Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Why do cheating exes keep contacting you? Rant. He cheated for 3 years with a co-worker. I broke up with him and moved out on the 1st of March 2021. No contact started on the 4th of April 2021, him saying he at least wants to be friends with me and he is sorry, and I was like LOL. Go be friends with your wonderful AP. I am cutting you off. Blocked him on social media and WhatsApp. This morning, I woke up to SMS at 6:30 that just said my name. Like he just texted me my own name. I actually cannot deal with what is wrong with these people. WTH do they want? Why do they keep contacting you after they messed everything up and you finally decided you have had enough? Because if I read most posts on here, they all do this. Maybe I should go over to the cheaters forum and ask them, because it is exhausting. But at the same time I do get a smile getting this text and just finally having the power and control to just ignore and not reply and make him feel like a pathetic loser, because I had to feel like one for years. Like finally I took his power away and he is the one begging, and that's why I have not blocked his number on my cell just yet, just in case some of you ask. They always want to be friends with you / stay close to you, as this somehow justifies their actions in their head. Sort of, it can't have been that bad as they are still friends with me sort of vibes. I would hazard that he found out what he lost, realistically. He had all his desires fulfilled by you, bar 1 or 2, which he then got from the AP. Now he is only getting 1 or 2 fulfilled, and he wants all of them fulfilled. It is still all about him, narcissist. It's called monkey branching. He's clearly not secure in his relationship with his AP, so he's trying to maintain at least some sort of a safety net relationship with you that he can fall back on if need be. By reinforcing North Carolina, you're letting him know that you are not the safety net he seeks, and that he is on his own now. U.R.A.boss. Well done. Your initial reaction and boundaries that you put in place are amazing. It took me so much longer to get to this point with my XW. To answer your question, I think it keeps them central. Good or bad, I don't think he really cares, because the longer he engages with you, the longer he has an opportunity to be central. I can almost guarantee they put less thought into these type of interactions than we do. We tend to read into these to try and understand their motives. It could be that he's trying to mess with you, it could be that he's reaching out to be friends. Either way, I don't think you need to receive this. If you have the opportunity, no kids, I would consider blocking him from messaging as well. That being said, you've done an incredible job so far. Could be as simple as, well, she was a sure thing once, maybe she'll be a sure thing again. I think perhaps they get some sort of a high out of the power they feel they have over their betrayed partners. Being able to cause pain or discomfort being the most significant of all the ways they can demonstrate that power and get their narcissistic fix of the day, so to speak. Then of course there are also those who feel less bad about themselves by having some kind of friendly contact with the betrayed, as if their sin is suddenly not so serious anymore or kind of partially forgiven. This was actually answered by a cheater in another post a few weeks ago. Your ex probably still loves you in the way he recognizes love to be. Most cheaters claim they've compartmentalized their affairs with their lives at home and kept the two very separate emotionally. They don't understand how what they view as being a completely separate part of their lives came to hurt the other. They just don't get it. Personally, I can somewhat understand this bullshit if it's rationale born of some sort of childhood trauma, but it's not an excuse. If this is truly the case, then these people need to recognize they're broken and take the necessary steps to fix themselves. Unfortunately, most of them will never accept they need to be fixed. I commend you for recognizing your worth in light of what your ex did, but holding on to your power, letting him text you so you can listen to his grovel, is just prolonging the inevitable and giving him an excuse to keep contacting you. I'd really just cut him off completely and move on. Interesting that you mention compartmentalization on their part. At one point early on what was the huge blowout of my D-Day, we initially agreed to fix what was broken in our relationship. And he knew in a small town, if he kept up an affair while trying to work on our marriage, that the truth would come out quickly. I do believe after the conversation we had that night, he truly meant to fix us. It was sincere, however short-lived that part of the mess turned out to be, but I digress. So anyway, he decided to end it with his AP. One of many roller coaster rides this part of our lives and his affair took. I will never forget standing at the door in our laundry room and I asked him where he was going. My WS said something cryptically to me along the lines that he needed to go deal with something. When I asked him what it was, opening the door to an actual confession on his part, which he did not take, he instead said, "Oh, it's got nothing to do with you, it's just something I need to deal with." There was such a detachment in his mind about what his cheating was, and me. It was like that frankly until the day he passed. I am convinced that for most cheaters there is a complete lack of understanding of the degree of betrayal and the amount of levels that betrayal touches. Sex frankly is a very small part of the betrayal. The lies, the willingness to con their spouse, the effort that they expend elsewhere instead of directed at their spouse. The whole willing deceptiveness by them towards their BS, and yet they so often believe it really isn't that big of a deal. To hell it's not. Sigh, vomiting face. Cheaters can't or won't understand that real committed relationships aren't 50-50, they're 100/100ths. I guess they think that as long as they're still technically physically present then that should be enough. It's not and it never will be or should be. Affairs of the heart cut deepest. A lot of people are telling you to block him. I say do what makes you happy. If that's laughing at his ass every time he contacts you, so be it. Thank you. Like stated, he is blocked on everything important and he does not know what goes in my life. I have cut him off and I am moving on. An SMS that I will never reply to is not a big deal to me, it's just well, nice to see him suffer after he did it to me every damn day of my life for 3 fucking years. I do agree that they should be blocked on social media and texting apps if you want to move on too. Sometimes it's entertaining to see them suffer. I'm sure you will let it run its course and then block him there as well. Good luck, enjoy life and stay strong. Good job for going North Carolina with that philanderer. Secondly, block the number unless he's still got something of a high monetary value that's yours. If he keeps contacting you, get an order of protection. He's trying to guilt trip you into contact. Good luck. Indifference is the ultimate in being recovered from this. Hopefully, you reach a point where if he sends you a text, your only thought is it's about time to cook a meal, or some other irrelevant thought and you just go on about your life. You're not quite there yet though. His actions still mattered enough for you to come here and look for answers. True indifference is where it doesn't matter what he says or does in the least. That's true. The opposite of love is not hate but indifference, but for now it's hate and I'm happy with that too. At least I'm not in love and trying to justify a reconciliation anymore. So small steps he. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night. Wherever you are.